Okay, I want to do some first impressions. I just rode her home. Took the long way home because, well, it's no going over 3,000 RPM, blah, blah, blah. And I definitely want to break her in really gently because I want her to last me a long, long time. So I'm going to go over a couple things I loved and a couple things I hated already, which was kind of shocking. Didn't expect it. I knew it was coming. First thing, the seat is terrible. It puts you in the wrong spot. It's too hard and too soft at the same time. Definitely, I don't understand what they were thinking when they put the seat on here, to be honest. Harley-Davidson, if you are listening, come on. Really? You couldn't have put a nice seat on a 30-something thousand-dollar motorcycle? Please. I get it. Most people are going to do a custom seat at some point, but you could have tried. So, sorry about that. Secondly, and I'm going over things I really didn't like. These bars are really just not good. I guess if I was just cruising, they would be okay, but for as far as control, especially since this bike is designed to go around twisties, it's ST, it's sport touring, right? Well, it felt like confused. Going around turns, you're just not in the right spot. They're too low, they're too wide set. That's gonna be fixed when I do some risers. But why couldn't they have just done something decent from the factory? It's just really bad and surprising, to be honest with you. Third thing, and it's not Harley's fault necessarily, but my tire pressure monitor is on. Actually, it's not even reading it, so I'll just get that taken care of when I get into for the first service at the 1,000-mile break-in. Okay, so those are the things I really don't like, and this is coming from someone who's completely unbiased, because guess what? I just bought the bike. I don't have any love for it yet. I do like some things about it. First, the stereo is much, much better than on my Ultra. And I only have 2 speakers here, and it's much clearer, much crisper. Now, it is the bigger Boom GTS. It's the full screen dealio as opposed to the little screen that I had, but that really shouldn't change the quality of the stereo, is my understanding. It definitely sounds better. It's a little confusing for me to use, but that's mostly because I'm not used to it yet. Here, and I can't tell you about the power yet because, like I said, I haven't taken it. I think I got to like 3,200 RPM or something like that by accident one time. Here's what I can tell you. I live on a very twisty road. So if you can see, I kind of live up in the mountains here. There's actually some snow in the background over here, which is kind of insane because we don't get that. Here, take a look. You can actually see snow on the top of the mountains in the distance over there. Ripping around corners coming up here, and I wasn't going that fast because, new bike, new tires, new everything. I can't believe the difference in the handling. It is so much better than the Ultra. It feels like a completely different type of motorcycle, even though theoretically it's the same chassis. It is completely different feeling. I felt 100% in control, even with the weird hand placement on those bars. This thing went around corners, and I was like, wow, I want to go faster through the corners, which is realistically why I got the bike. I wanted a touring bike that I could go around corners, and all I've been reading about is how good this thing is around corners. And I wasn't really a believer. I'm a believer. It rips around corners and feels so planted. The suspension going over bumps is a little bit stiff. I'm going to set the rear suspension, try to get that preload better. Front end, obviously, you can't do anything with right now. But overall, really, really solid. So how do I feel right now? Well, the things that I mentioned that I don't like, other than the tire pressure monitoring, which I'll get fixed, they're easily fixed. I'm obviously going to be doing the risers. I'm going to put a seat on it right away. I already have like 3 seats just sitting around that I'm just going to, it's like my Harley, I'm pulling parts off all night last night. Probably going to end up putting my seat over here that I had a custom-made seat done for my Ultra that I kept. They wanted the touring seat back. Great. Oh, one other thing. The wind protection is nowhere near as good right now as the Ultra. And that's because it's got this little dinky screen that basically is, it's what, 2-3 inches above the fairing. It doesn't really give you anything. So I'm getting a lot of wind blast to my face, which I was not expecting. I didn't even really, I test rode demo days a while ago. Did not see it coming. That's cool. That's easily rectified. I'm going to be looking tonight, figure out what size to get, and probably end up going with, well, we'll see. We'll see what everybody's best choice is. Why reinvent the wheel? And that's it for now. I'll get back with you all later.